Well, okay, it looks like we're up and running. Yep. Friends, a beautiful day here for what, late January. Gosh, it's almost like spring out there. Could actually walk out in shirt sleeves with my trucker's vest and nice. Millie the hound actually sniffed around the house instead of freezing in one spot. She didn't have piddle sickles, right? Yeah, it was boy, I'll tell you, it's been wild. And Gosh. But I got a little story. If it's a nice day like this, can spring be far away? Yeah, actually it can. It's still about 2 months away. But I got this neat story I did from my book, The Book of Doc Blurps, the Starter Set, and it's just a neat little story. I think you'll like. It's called Fun on the Road. It's all about Saturday mornings for me. When I'm usually on my way to the Chatterbox from my home here in west of Hackettstown. So here's what I said: my Saturday morning drive from my home to the Chatterbox is one of my favorite short trips. Well, actually, it's not all that short. It takes about an hour to get there, but I tend to take the long way. Yes. My preferred route takes me through valleys, into the hills, along streams, along the Lackawanna Cutoff. Usually I'll pass either a tunnel or what used to be a bridge, and pretend trains are coming, just, yeah, well, I remember the trains on the Cutoff. It was operating when I was a kid. It was a beautiful thing to see. I'll explain more about the Cutoff another day, but yeah, we got to do a blurb on that. But anyway, I'm never more than 5 miles when I take this trip. I'm never more than 5 miles from a few old country stores that serve really good coffee. Yeah, it's Taylor ham sandwiches and stuff. So it's a nice way to start my Saturday. Other people have the same idea, and I find myself sharing the road. A lot of folks on that road. I have to keep an eye peeled for other drivers, fishermen. Oh, there's so many bridges. People, yeah, fishermen. Let's see. Yeah, fishermen on the bridges, tractors, lawn tractors and stuff, and then farm tractors too, heading off to another field to work. Garage sale slowdowns. There's people be driving along 60 miles an hour. They hit and you're right behind them, and they see a garage sale, and all of a sudden they're doing 3 miles an hour. Yeah, it's rough. Of course, motorcycles, airplanes. No, there's one spot where I got to cross the end of a runway, the takeoff end or the landing, depending on the wind, and you got to watch it. An airplane isn't coming. I mean, what if he doesn't make it? And I don't think that propeller would make a mess of my van, and then me. So, and most of all, bicyclists. You got to watch out for them. And the two-wheel riders, my gosh, they're everywhere. Most all of them are on those fancy racing bikes. Yeah, wearing those whacked out bicycle suits and helmets. Yeah, I don't know if I could get into one of those bicycle suits. The helmet, okay, but even that, it kind of gives you like a pointy looking head. I guess it's right. It'll, I guess, keep you from snapping your neck if you fall. But anyway, these folks always seem to be a very serious bunch to me. They ride with such a purpose and intensity, and they do. Well, bless their hearts. I guess it's their workout, and it's got to be fun. But oh my gosh, yeah, you don't ever see them smiling. Yeah, they just yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I look at them and I remember bike hikes I used to take with my friends back in the 50s and 60s. We'd be in jeans. A few of us would probably be smoking. We'd be, of course, we'd be drinking sodas and eating candy and stuff. And if we had an upgrade that was too much for us, well, we'd just hop off the bike and walk it up the hill. who needs who needs all that effort? And I guess it was more of a social event than more than a social event than $1,000 workout. I was thinking last Saturday as I passed. Well, this a couple of years ago, but it was this. I was thinking all this as I passed a bunch of modern day cyclists riding fully equipped. And oh my gosh, way too serious. Yeah, there was, it must have been about 50 of them. Maybe they were having an event. But I mean, really, it was almost, I don't know, you could sense the seriousness. Best I can say. I mean, bless their hearts, but I kind of long for the days when we would just use our beat up old bikes to mosey down the road, yeah, and see what's shaking. Yeah, I was feeling just a little bit blue about all this when she appeared, coasting downhill in the opposing lane. Yeah. Now I had my window open. I don't normally use air conditioning in the car, and so I had the window open. It was a warm enough day. And so right before me, here's this lady. Right before me and heading my way was this vision from the old days of cycling. She was a middle-aged woman in a bright red dress, and I mean a bright red dress, full skirt, right? Almost something you'd go to a square dance in, right? Okay. Bright red dress, riding on an old beat-up bike. I didn't notice any gears on the bike, and I think she would have had to use her brake pedals to stop. She didn't have those brakes on the handlebars. Bless her heart, but her bike was equipped with big fat balloon tires too. There was a basket attached to the handlebars. She was wearing this huge red hat over her helmet. I guess you got to wear a helmet or else, right? But yeah, she had a big red hat. I mean, wide brimmed. Oh yeah, it was a cool hat. And the hat had a long white visor. She was wearing big wide glasses, and they weren't sunglasses either. Yeah, they now a modern day cyclist would be pedaling down the hill to make up precious time. This lady was coasting. Yeah, remember how fun it was to coast? Yeah. Get this, friends. She was using the downhill coasting run to sing at the top of her lungs. I forget what she was singing, but I can't remember when I've seen such a happier rider. Oh, she was having herself a ball. And honestly, singing, you could have heard her 2 counties away. Bless her heart, but she made my day. And I pass this on to you. Friends, maybe you should do a little coasting today and sing at the top of your lungs, huh? Yeah, that was pretty cool, lady. Yeah, about the fanciest bike I ever had. In fact, there's a blurb on it. Was the '58 Sears and Roebuck Flightliner I had. A neat old bike. But it was more like a custom car than a racing bike. Yeah, it was basically it was for getting from point A to point B, doing a little exercise and showing off. Yes. But those bikes with all the gears, I've never even tried one. Honestly, I never have. Have you? You okay? And bless their hearts, I imagine it's a lot of fun to ride as fast as you can. But I don't know. Gosh, I remember. Oh gosh, I think I could tell this in a quick amount of time. A friend of mine and I were riding down a long, relatively low grade, not too steep a grade, out in the rural part of western New Jersey. We were teenagers, and my friend, Steve was his name. He's in front of me. We're riding single file along the just the rim of the pavement, and we're on one of these concrete roads that had the concrete, and then you have like the tar between the joints, and then the next slab of concrete, etc. If you're riding on the road, it's like that. Okay. Well, we're doing that on our bikes downhill, probably doing about 20. We're coasting pretty good. And my friend said, "Hey, watch this." And he lifts up he rears back on his bike, and then lifts the front wheel off the pavement, and then down comes back down, bounces. He said, "Ain't that cool?" I said, "Yeah, it's neat." He does it again, back. It's like a horse rearing, only we're doing about 20. All of a sudden, he does that, and he starts to holler. I said, "Oh my God, what's?" Oh no! I look around him, and his front wheel has come off. Yeah, it's rolling faster than him down the road, and he's got the bike again. He's got what's now the fork is basically all that's is what's on front. That's not going to roll too well. And he's holding back, and he's trying to hit the brakes, but when he hits the brakes, it goes forward. So it's like he's riding a unicycle. Oh my God. Well, sooner or later, there was just nothing he could do. His bike started to go down and down, and eventually, oh my heavens, all of a sudden you hear him hollering and stuff. Oh my God, and it hits. and this was a slow motion accident. You knew it was going to hurt. He hit the forks hit the pavement right in one of the joints, and his bike just the rear end of his bike went up, and he vaulted through the air. Thank God he was a football player. Yeah, he he still let out with an awful yell, and oh God, he landed and rolled, and oh my, it was cars were going around us, and well, he turned out he was okay. He was a pretty tough kid, but he said, "Oh God, that hurt." He, and I think it didn't help that I ran over him. Yeah, because I was yeah, I was right behind him. Nothing I could do, and so we're sitting there, and the forks on his bike. You know how a fork on a bike, if this was the handlebar, the tire's down here, and the fork goes like that. Well, his fork was now like that up against the chain gear. Yeah, the pedal gear on the we luckily a farmer was nearby, had a wrench, and what we did was we turned his fork for the front wheel was like that. So we somehow with the wrench turned it so that it was like that, and we put his tire back on. It was kind of wobbly, and the farmer had wrenches. We got it all tight and secure. He asked if my friend was okay. Yeah, I guess so. But he had the first chopper. Yeah, the wheel was out about 2 or 3 feet. It looked pretty good. I got to say, it was cool. And no, he didn't change it. He said, "Darn, I kind of like this." It was kind of a low rider now. Yeah. So anyway, have fun on your bike. It's a day you almost could go out. Okay. I'll see you later. God bless. And yeah, like I said, my friend was fine, but oh my gosh, what a wreck. He was telling the story of that wreck. He probably still is. So I'm just helping him out. Yep. Okay. We'll see you later, friends. Thank you and God bless.